You're poor, I'm poor. Well, you know what that means. Let's go spend $100 on crates. Nope, I'm gonna show you how to get 1 trill in 24 hours without spending your birthday money. Now this guy, he was selling a bunch of cheap mending books for 400 mil, so I bought them all and sold them for about 700 mil each, which gave me a good 600 mil profit. Then I found this shulker of creeper spawners for only $2 billion. But at the time, this guy was selling a bunch for $2 billion, so that max I could really sell for it to sell is about 2.5 billion. But that would give me a huge profit considering I was only at $6 or $7 billion. So I found some more cheap mending books for 500 mil, and I was able to sell them for $700 million, which is easy, 200 mil profit. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a little bit to add up, because if you get 200 mil profit 5 times, that's a $1 billion, which is a ton. I got this crazy deal where I just found this netherite helmet for only $5 billion. I sold it for 9.5 mil. That gave me so much money. Later, I found the shulker of skelly for only 1.5 mil, which is great. So you pick those up and you can easily sell them for $1.8 billion, which is great, easy 300 mil profit. I found a netherite ingot for 5 mil, and I even sold that for 5.4 mil, which gave me a bunch of money. Then I found this netherite chestplate for only $5 billion, and then I sold it for around $9 billion. But it wasn't selling there, so I decided to sell it for a little bit cheaper at $8 billion, and that ended up selling pretty quickly. I found these netherite boots for only $9 billion, and I sold them for $12 million, which is easy 3 bill profit, which is a ton. Wait, I think we'll be above 20 bill if those sell. Yeah, we'll be at 21 billion. Oh, they sold them, we're at 21 billion. Let's go, we beat the 20 billion mark. Later, I found this shulker mending for only 9 bill, and I could sell each book for 700 mil to 600 mil, which gave me a ton of profit. And these are so good because everyone needs their mending books, so mending books sell super quickly. I found this netherite boots for only $8 billion. I was able to sell it for 10.5 bill. It was a little cheaper now, so I did only sell it for 10 bill, but still easy 2.5 bill profit. Alright, so we got to $40 billion. We just got to $40 billion. Those netherite boots really helped us get to $40 billion. $40 billion is a ton of money, which is really good because it's going to help us start off. Alright, so here, this guy was selling a bunch of ingots very cheap for 6 or 5 billion, right? So then I bought a ton of them. I just bought so many. I was able to sell them for 7 bill each, which I think gave me about 10, 15 bill profit. I decided now that, I got a bunch of money, and you know what time it is? It is time to build a base. Okay, so I found another cheap shulker mending. I sold them individually again for 700 or 600 mil, depending if they were selling quick or not. I like that money making method. So if you ever see a mending shulker for under 10 bill, always buy it and sell them individually. They will make you so much profit. It's insane. I found this deathband booster that I bought for around $7 billion, and I was trying to sell it, but it didn't seem to be selling. So I think I only made 1 bill profit. I was hoping to make a little more, but it's a good lesson. You should not buy boosters unless it's a spawner booster. I bought a bunch of spawners and put them in my base because, you gotta get a lot of spawners because spawners make you money, I found this netherite chestplate for only $9 billion, which is really cheap, and I ended up selling it for 11.5 bill, which is good 2 bill profit. Later, I found these netherite leggings, which I was able to pick up for only $10 billion, and I was able to sell it for a massive profit. So, my leggings weren't selling, so I took them down, and I reopened up, hoping they would sell. They ended up selling pretty quickly. Later, I found 10 bill for net boots. I sold that for 14 bill. Net boots and net helmets are so expensive. And you'd think the chest plate and the leggings are most because it does cost the most materials. But I realized something. The reason why helmets and boots cost so much is because there's so many enchantments to put on it. So if you want to make the helmet and boots yourself, you have to combine so many diamond helmets, which is just so material costy. And I also found another helmet for only 12 bill, and I sold that for 14 bill also. As I was saying, the net helmet and net boots are so expensive. Then I found a ton of netherite and some nether ingots. Those were amazing. I just bought all of them. I was able to flip them for a ton of money, and that just got me way up there. I spent almost all of my bank account on those nether ingots, but I was getting them so cheap, and I was able to sell them for so much more. So I found this netherite chestplate for only $8 billion. I ended up selling for 13.5 bill, which gave me an easy 5.5 bill profit, which is a ton of money for just one flip, which is great. Then I bought a shulker of creeper spawners to add to my spawners, and I even got to 20,000 creeper. I bought some shulkers of blaze, and I was selling them individually for a massive profit because people were selling blaze for really cheap. Later, I invested some time into getting some cave spiders because cave spiders are amazing. And I'll tell you why. With cave spiders, you can get string, and with string, you can make beds. Beds are essential because even though villagers are rare, a lot of people have them. And if you have villagers, you actually need a ton of beds. So you get more villagers and a ton of good trades. Which is why beds are essential. So you can make them really quickly, or not quickly, but passively. And it just took me I spent about 20 minutes getting cave spider spawners, and now I can just make infinite amount of beds after some time. Here I was making my bed shulkers. I sold my first shulker for about $1.5 billion. And that ended up actually selling. Doing a bunch of grinding, and I found a ton of cheap netherite chest plates. I picked those all up, and I was reselling them for a bunch of money, 3 or 4 mil profit on each one, which gave me a ton of profit. And I think that was a very good investment. It did take me a little while, but I was able to get a ton of these chest plates, and I was just constantly selling them. Some did take a while to sell, so you're going to be seeing them, selling them in chat, and I ended up getting to $300 billion also, which is an insane milestone, because that means 1/3 of the way there. I finally sold all my chest plates, and as you can see, I'm getting so much money. At the start, it was slow, because the little money you have, you can only get a small amount of money more, because there are some items that are harder to flip, because they're just so expensive. Like netherite armor, super expensive. Netherite ingots, super expensive. Netherite blocks, super expensive. But I say, once you get to $300, there's basically almost nothing you can't flip, because at this point, you can flip boosters and stuff, and there's all things that you can make a ton of money from. And I was just buying a ton of these chest plates, as I said earlier, and I finally sold all of them. I did some other stuff. I was just buying some netherite. The netherite is just so good because people are just so impatient with it, And then I ended up getting to $600 billion. I was buying a few nether ingots, and I was also selling my spider, cave spider, and bag cube spiders, which are pretty rare, and I've been collecting them throughout the challenge, and I was able to sell them at the end because I was just getting this last $200 billion. My nether ingots are selling, and I finally reached $800 billion. 800 bill, huge, only 200 bill away. Nice. And then as you can see here, I get the deal of a lifetime. I don't want to spoil it, but it's about to happen. And you're going to see I go nuts because this is just insane. 21 nether ingots for 20 bill. Oh! Let's go. I just got 21 nether ingots for, oh my God, that's 200 billion. Guys, this can take me to 1 trill. This is it. Dude, this can take me to 1 trill. I just got so much stuff. I just got 21 nether ingots. Let's go. I got 21 netherite ingots for $20 billion. Dude, that is a $200 billion profit. That is insane. Cheap ingots on my age. I think that gets me to 1 trillion. 970? 970? Oh my gosh. We're going to hit it. We're going to hit it. We're going to hit it. We're so close. 1 trill! We did it! Let's go. We just got 1 trill. We just got 1 trill. Oh my goodness gracious. That was insane. And they just all sold. And we are at $1.030 billion. And this guy sent me a TBA here. Dude, I have 1 trill. Let's go.